Hey friends, Dustin here. You're watching the Life of Lynn channel. Thank you guys so much. Today we're working on the 2004 BlueBird bus with the Cummins diesel and the Allison transmission. And we got good news. I'm finding most of the broken stuff in it, and it's still starting and running. Threw a battery in it, a real one, and so far that's holding a charge. So out in the shop we are. And it's a disaster in here because I got a bunch of different projects and customer stuff I'm trying to finish up. And some of you guys have commented on the Z71 Suburban. Yeah, it's still here in the same spot as a year ago. I'm gonna finish this. Upcoming video. Anyway, got us the drive shaft here. Went ahead and slid that out of the bus. Pretty much a mess. Got the U-joint pounded out of there. Got the yoke polished back up. I actually was able to source a U-joint for this thing at a local O'Reilly store. Apparently it's got the same rear U-joint as a Ram 3500, or at least close enough. So we're gonna go ahead and get this all cleaned up, get this U-joint slammed in there, and then try to get the drive shaft back in the bus. Anyway, the straps on the rear differential for this thing ended up being cut off by one of the previous tow truck drivers when it broke down originally before we picked it up at auction. And I believe that the bolts were stripped. So we're gonna have to weld on some nuts on the top of the bolts, get those bolts out of there, get the old cut off pieces of the U-joint strap off. And after we do that, we should be able to get this bad boy back in the bus. A few other things we fixed on there other than the battery. We got the brakes uncaged, so we do have full air brakes now, and fixed a few leaks and stuff too. So we're rocking and rolling on this thing. Gotta pound this U-joint in there. I need to be real careful. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Well guys, there you go. Universal joint is now installed in our drive shaft. Now I realize there are better ways to do this, like using a press, which is the recommended way to do this. Having a drive shaft specialty shop do it would be good. But a man with a hammer is determined. We gotta put it back together, no problems. Looks good. Nice. All right. It's completely muddy underneath the bus, so go fire it up and air it up and slide some cardboard underneath there. Little belt squeak, don't worry about that. We'll fix all that stuff later. We got to do a service and filters and oil and stuff too. So I'm gonna let this air up so the front end comes up a little higher. I'll get some cardboard and squeeze underneath there. Get this drive shaft back in. Well guys, let me show you what I'm working with down here. Nice guys, when they towed it, stripped these two bolts out. So then they just cut that, and it's still on there. So they probably tried to cut this one too. Missing the bolts, straps are cut, these bolts are toast. I want to weld nuts on the tops of these. That way if I can just see if I can get another wrench on here and twist them off. I did soak these things really good in PB Blaster. If you guys haven't used that stuff, it's a really good penetrating oil. Good for rusted on stuff. So these have been soaked for a couple days in that. And hopefully I can weld these nuts on, break that free, knock that sucker out of there, clean these up a little bit, and then slide our new drive shaft right in here. I do have the little portable lightning bug right there. That would be enough to weld these nuts on. Couldn't find my welding gloves, so I'm gonna wear these. Yeah, those will just catch fire and melt my skin. Oh good, flaming water. Okay, did not have the fine pitch thread bolts here sitting at the shop, so I had to run to the hardware store. Got some grade 8 fine pitch. There it is. And of course, some thread locker so those puppies don't back out. I think we're ready to throw this drive shaft in. Now these big rig jobs, the tranny's always in neutral. What's it supposed to be? Alright, drive shaft's sitting pretty. Looks like we even got the right U-joints, so that's a plus. I'm going to test fit our hardware before I goober it all up with thread sealant. And test our cap size. Well, those leave something to be desired. Huh. That might not work very good. Well, I'm going to temporarily put this one on. And then we're going to do some research and see if there's a different strap. Because that's fits over the U-joint good, but boy, we got a lot of ways to go to hit both sides there. I don't feel like stacking washers. So we're going to hold off on the thread sealant because I think that's going to have to come back off. Alright guys, next day, and yeah, could not find this strap anywhere. I took this one off the front drive shaft because the back ones were so mutilated. Had to order it. Showed up just a minute ago. It's time to get busy. I want to... Yes. Yes. Look at that. You order the right kit and it comes with the right hardware. Grade 10 stuff. Right length. Now, I gotta put the cap back on the front drive shaft and put both straps on the rear and lube everything up because the storm's coming in per usual. So now I'm in a rush before I'm laying in a swamp again. Always something. Okay, new U-joint is in there. Caps that we attempted did not work. A little too small. Got the right stuff right here. Got our thread locker. Got our lube, because you need to lube some things and lock other things. We still got a lot of work to do. We got to do a full service, filters, oil, all that stuff on everything. Because who knows the last time it's been done. There's a few things on here that need some attention. But some of the other stuff, like tires, these are nice. Good date code on them still. So we got lucky there. That's a lot of money. These tires probably cost more than what I paid for the whole bus. Now, since this is the drive line, you want to make sure everything's properly torqued. So, yeah, that feels pretty good there. That needs a little more. Ooh, that one needs a lot more. Oh, almost. Ooh, that one's pretty good. Solid. All right, I'm gonna scoot around down here and lube everything up. All right, we'll go for start and maybe move. All right. What a champ. What a champ. Looks like it's just in time. She's about to rain. Let the wipers work. Oh, we got one side. All right, other side. Oh yeah. This is interesting. They go at different speeds. Okay, guys. I've never drove a bus before, just so you know. I think you need mirrors. Yeah, just like that. For our folks over in the UK that keep asking me if I have the proper bus license, sure. All right, tilt wheel. Let's take our park brake off. All right, we're going for a gear, see if this transmission works. Oh, I heard a tone change. Oh, oh. We're moving. This is amazing. Oh, hold on. Let's check for reverse and proper brakes. Yes. All right, door closed. First test drive. It is noisy in here. Look at this. This is amazing. This is the happiest I've ever been driving 4 miles an hour. Steering feels good and connected, not loose. It is a little weird having the front steer tires about 3 feet behind me. It feels like I'm floating. Oh, now that the bus is moving, all this crap's gonna fly everywhere. Got a pretty good belt squeak. Probably need a new idler pulley and a serpentine. I know we lost the belt for the AC compressor when it seized up. Alright, let's go for a gear change. There's second. There's third. Try for brakes. Brakes work good. No weird driveline shakes so far. Let's go for a road test. This is so cool. Second gear. Oh, I hear the turbo. Third gear. Fourth gear. Turbski sounds good. Fifth gear. Oh, she's a runner. Brakes for the railroad crossing. Turn signal. That'll seem to work, maybe. I don't know. Wow, this thing runs great. Like, it actually has a lot of power. Oh, and here comes the rain. I guess one thing I should think of is not driving this somewhere where I'm going to have a hard time turning it around. Semis park here. I'm probably welcome. Hello, friends. Oh, it runs really good. Quick zap up to 45. I'm sure that's the legal speed limit. You think this thing would spin the tires? Probably not. Sounds so healthy. All right, I'm not gonna put too many hard miles on it before we go through and flush all the fluids and change filters and stuff, but definitely wanted to make sure this tranny worked. And it's strong. Good feeling shifts. Transmission feels good. Engine feels great. Turbo comes on strong. I mean, this is a big, heavy bus. I think it weighs something like 16,000 pounds. This little 225 horse Cummins gets it moving in no time. What a beautiful thing. Well, guys, our 2004 BlueBird bus, she's a keeper. She's a runner. I got a lot of work to do on this thing still, but I'm really happy where we're at. Thank you guys for joining us on this journey. We're gonna be building quite the house inside of this bus. We just got to finish getting dialed in mechanically. A couple services to do, a few more things to check over, and then it's time to start building, ripping seats out first and getting on with it. Thank you guys for following our journey on this and the Barth motorhome and the tiny houses and the homestead that we got. I got some more projects coming up, and even some really cool old cars that I've just found out I can get a hold of. You guys are really going to enjoy it. So subscribe if you haven't already. Like the videos. Shoot a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much. God bless you. We'll see you next time.